Hey guys, welcome back for another review. So I have another holiday winter collection. It's the ORLY 2022 Futurism collection, and these polishes definitely are very futuristic. They have kind of an urban feel. They're very mysterious and definitely go with the theme. There's 6 polishes. They all have this similar kind of metallic shimmer going through them, and so they're really interesting. A few of them did surprise me. I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, Laurie is going to hate this collection. I didn't hate it. The true test is always to see if I will wear them when winter actually gets here, but there were a few in there that I found for myself were very wearable, and so I will talk about those. I do participate in the Color Pass program, so I did receive these from ORLY. I bought them with my own money. They will be coming available at Beyond Polish though too. You can buy them there for cheaper, and you can use my code GOLARI10 to have an even bigger discount on top of that. As soon as that collection becomes available there, I will announce it on Instagram, and then I'll add the link here in this video that you can refer back to, or usually do in my stories as well. I will have to say these polishes need a little bit more drying time. I felt like if I went in with the second layer, it would drag and pull at the base and leave that to kind of darker, grungier color underneath as it pulled the glitter off the top. And so it definitely didn't have a good look. So it took me a long time to swatch this collection just because of that. So I'm assuming it's going to take you a little bit longer to do your manicure with these because you want to make sure that they dry down really fast. I will say if you use a fast dry top coat though, that's going to make a huge difference with any of your polishes. I have quite a few new followers here, so I just wanted to mention real quickly my favorite top coat, and it is a fast drying top coat. It's really plump and gorgeous, and it's Glisten and Glow, and I'll put a link down to it below because I just need to mention it again. And this is the top coat that I use on top of all my swatches. It's just definitely my go-to. It's the best one. It can tend to get a little bit thick, but you can add a little bit of thinner to it, and that's totally normal. That happens with these kind of faster drying top coats, and I'll put a link to that down below as well. Just wanted to give a shout out to that and let you guys know this is really helpful in a manicure and making everything just dry so much quicker. On my nails today, because I always get asked, I'm wearing Essie Licorice, and it's my favorite black polish. It's such a nice one. I was just in the mood for black. I don't know, Halloween ended. I usually wear it kind of around Halloween, but I do kind of crave it in the winter at times just because I feel like it's so classy. Essie Licorice is such a great polish. When you first get the bottle, you might have to do a couple coats to get it opaque, but then as it thickens up over time, you really can just get it opaque in one gorgeous coat, and it's just really, really great polish. I will put a link down to it below. Anyway, let's get into the polishes. This first one I have is Industrial Playground, and it's this lilac metallic shimmer is what they call it. And I don't know if these are duochromes, but I kind of feel like they are. Maybe they're not. This one's not, because it's just one hue. Duochrome means it shifts from a couple colors. This one, it just has this strong, very, very, very small particle shimmer in there of this lilac shade, and then it has kind of this grungy base to it, which is really interesting. This one actually was really cool when I painted it on. I was like, oh, okay, I might actually like this. I would definitely do 2 coats for this one, but they do build up very nicely. I do like the grungy undertone. It makes it not as powy for a shimmer, and I think that's why I liked these ones a little bit better, is because it's just not like glitter right in your face. It's just a little bit interesting and a little bit mysterious, but I definitely have to be in the right mood to wear this kind of polish for sure. I didn't do any comparisons for this one because honestly it's quite unique, and I don't have a ton of shimmery colors. I will have it on the next comparison though when I talk about the next one, because I feel like they are a little bit similar, and so you'll see that coming up next. This next one is Forward Momentum. This one's really interesting. It is a purple metallic shimmer. It's not as light as this other one that I had, and this one's definitely more cool toned. So they are different. I feel like this one is duochrome because it kind of has this gold shift and then this purple shift. It's a little bit more of a berry shimmer in there. It's got like pink glitter in it. Anyway, it's really interesting too. Like all these are, they're just very interesting and mysterious, and you have to kind of look at them to see exactly what they are. And this one's grungy too. This one's so close to 1 coat. I would definitely do 2 on these. So yeah, I would do 2 coats for this. I think I did 2 coats for all of these in my pictures, but in some of my live swatches, I just did like 1 coat if they were pretty opaque. So this one's really interesting too. Okay, so let's get into those comparisons. I compared it to Nothing Else Metals, and that one's definitely more metallic. And then Girly Grunge, I really like this one. I kind of forgot about this one, and so it was kind of fun to pull that one out and just remember it and maybe see if I'll maybe wear it. But that one's a little bit different. I feel like the glitter in Forward Momentum makes this a little bit different. And then ORLY Industrial Playground, which is also from the same ORLY winter collection, is more cooler tone, and that's the one that I talked about very first. So I don't really have anything like this. Like I said, all these polishes are going to be very unique to anything that I have in my collection. I have a few comparisons for these, but not a ton, because I do feel like these polishes are quite unique. Then we have Dynamism, and this is a really interesting shade. So it's kind of like a new chocolatey brown, and it has this kind of purple undertone. So it's like a metallic brown shimmer with purple undertones, and it's kind of cool. I actually really like this one. This one's very wearable. I can see myself reaching for this one. We'll see. But it's cool. It's very wearable, and I think you guys are really gonna like this one. It kind of just gave me vibes a little bit. I mean, I like this one a lot better, but this new one from the Essie Licorice that has that little bit of shimmer in it, I probably should have done comparisons to it, but they are a little bit different, but it just gave me kind of those same vibes. And so I really liked it. So it's kind of like a brown, and this one has mauve undertones with that shimmer, and this one's kind of like a brownie mauve. And so I'm just kind of liking that right now, I guess. Who knows? This might be my favorite polish of this year. It's in the lineup with a few others, and I've got a few months to pick. I really actually liked this one. The formula on this one's really fantastic. This is one that you can get opaque in one coat. It had a really nice creamy formula. Not as sheer as those other two that I talked about. Those aren't super sheer, but this one definitely builds up a little bit better. So nice. I didn't do any comps for this, but I did want to compare it to that one so you guys could see that it was kind of giving me the same kind of vibes, and I like them both. Obviously, I like this one better though, for sure. Don't skip this one up. It probably looks pretty boring online, but in person it's actually really cool. Then we have Urban Landscape, and this is a green metallic shimmer. This one's really interesting too. We've had quite a few greens come out this year that are kind of shimmery like this, and I'll do a comparison picture of those obviously coming up soon. But this one definitely has some cool undertones, and again, it's got that kind of grungy base to it, making it mysterious like all the other ones. It's kind of cool. This one is going to build up nicely in 2 coats as well. I feel like it's more alien-esque than like Christmassy. That's just more me though. I'm kind of more traditional, so it definitely gives me kind of alien vibes. But it is kind of cool. It does look a little bit different on the nail. A lot of these look really different on the nail. You'll notice in my bottle swatches, just because that shimmer kind of stands out in the light, so it just makes it look a little bit different. So that makes them kind of cool. Okay, let's get into those comparisons, because there's a lot of these greens. I compared it to Head to Mistletoe, and that one's a little bit different, a little bit brighter. It's got that gold flecks in it, and then Deck to the Pines is more shimmery, and it's kind of a deeper green, and then Planted and Enchanted from China Glaze is more of like a blue shimmer undertone. So those are all definitely different. Out of all those, I don't know. I have a hard time picking between Deck to the Pines and Head to Mistletoe, because I like them both, especially for the holidays. I don't think I'll be wearing this one for the holidays, but I think a lot of you are going to find it to be pretty cool. And then we have Ascension. It's this blue metallic shimmer. It definitely has some kind of purple undertones. I think it's because it has that purple shimmer underneath. These are not duochromes. I keep thinking they are, but they do not shift to 2 different colors. It's just the base color that I'm getting the light's not shining on it. Does that make sense? So it just has one tone. It doesn't shift to other tones. It is also going to be opaque in 2 coats, and it builds up nicely. Like I said, you want to make sure that it's completely dry before you go in with that second coat. I did do comparisons for this one, so let's look at those. I pulled out from A to Z, and I am so glad I pulled this one out. I kind of forgot about it, and you know me, I don't like a lot of shimmer colors, but I do like this one. I love the blue-gray color of this one, and the shimmer in it's just the right amount of shimmer. It's not too much, so I really did like it. Rain Check, that's a different color and darker and has more glitter, and then Stay Focused is kind of a brighter blue, and I just really wanted to pull things out that were kind of close and just finish out the comparisons, but really I don't have anything that's like super close to this, so this collection definitely is unique. I think a lot of you really are gonna like it, and I really am curious to know if you do though. So this one's kind of cool. Then we have Fluidity, and it's this really opaque glitter. I want to say it is holographic though, because it does kind of shift to rainbow colors, but it's really interesting because it's got such an opaque base that they're really not going to stand out super strong. But I actually really did like this one. I think it is really cool for Christmas. It builds up nicely. I did 2 coats for my picture swatch. I can't remember exactly how many coats I did for my live swatch, but it really does build up nicely. And it was interesting when I pulled out the holographic polishes that I do have. I don't have many. I did find that this one is quite opaque. So with that, I think you're not going to get a lot of that holographic to be totally standing out, but it does stand out for sure. But just because it is so opaque, it kind of covers that up and makes it a little bit more subtle, even though you can tell it's a little bit holographic. Anyway, so let's look at the comparisons, because I think you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. So we have here OPI Tinker Thinker Winker, and that one is definitely more sheer holographic, and I kind of love that about that one, you guys. That one is really cool for the holidays. I believe that came out last year, maybe it was a couple years ago, but I haven't really worn it though, but I do like it. And then Opi Go Big or Go Chrome that just came out from this year's winter collection is definitely more of a chrome glitter. It's not a holographic, but I just wanted you to see how they compared. And then Tinseltown is more metallic as well, a little bit different. So I do find that this one is quite original, at least to anything that I have. And let's be honest, I don't have a ton of holographic polishes, but I really liked it, and I probably will reach for this during the holidays at some point. I think it would be really fantastic for nail art too, if you're into that. Okay, I'm gonna pick my favorites. These are the two that I really think I will wear: Industrial Playground, and then this nude one called Dynasism. I can see myself actually wearing these. We'll see if I do. But overall, I think this is kind of cool. I like what they're doing. I do feel like it's pretty unique. I do think a lot of you are gonna like it. I think it's nice. They are kind of reaching to different crowds because we all like different things. You can't just please me and give me creams all the time. We gotta please other people too. So I'll be patient and be hopefully waiting for more creams next winter. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you guys found it helpful. Leave me a comment down below if you did. Thank you so much for being here and subscribing, and we will see you in my next review. Bye guys.